The basic caveman foundation of this whole shit is can you rhyme? And that I can do.
Come on. Yeah. Sean Lanks, nigga. Right. Yeah. Hey yo, I turn the beats on and do them greasy. It's too easy, keep the 9 in the pocket like Drew Breezy. If I pull it, I'ma shoot freely. To put rappers in the box underwater like Houdini. Them shots flew and put 2 in your beanie. I don't do this for TV. I'm really feeling like who could see me. The main objective is stay collecting the bread. Pop bottles, get a couple followers on the gram. Caption this, I'm in the lane, you need to drive a tractor with. If a rapper get axed, don't ask if it's an accident. I hear them rhymes, they be capping with my shawty like an activist. Cause it be taking knees like capping it. I'm about the green like cabbage. Squeeze max, I wreak havoc. You can get smoked like a weed habit. You see that mic, you better let Links have it. I put you in a box, suit and tie, some Steve Madden's, nigga. This ain't no karaoke, this shit clap at your homies. I'm talking more cans than ravioli. I tap your pockets if you owe me. Links, yeah, you fucking with the unholy. I do my dirt by my loan, yeah. Word to the wise, I shine behind the blindfold. I'm in a different time zone, get your mind blown. You and your whole crew get fired on with firearms. A one-man army taking out your whole entire squad. I'm God in the flesh, holding that iron rod. Got stripes of tiger, the mic is in my tiger claw. We signing off, see Links the kind of boss to put the head out like the Godfather on I'm in Raw. For a lot of niggas claiming they got the sauce, but not at all. This shit get ugly, Chewbacca to knock your block off. This shit rock hard. I just came to get my rocks off and copy your Porsche. Chop the top off.
Ooh, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You guys rock that, B.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yo, man. Yo, that was that ravioli, man.
That was that ravioli. Listen, man. Listen, you already know. Look, I don't know if I can curse.
Do whatever you want, my brother.
When motherfuckers ain't had no money, we ain't had no money, what was we eating? Ravioli.
Yo.
Ravioli.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Them Chef Boyardee joints was banging back then, B.
No doubt. They don't even taste the same like they used to back in the day. You already know, son.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yo, man, today, man, listen, man, I'm honored, man. Today I got one of my favorite artists right now on the podcast. This is Let's Chop It Up with Zaz, and today we got JAMIL Honesty. What's up, family? Honor for you to be here.
It's an honor for me. It's an honor for me, bro. More so than you, man. It's an honor. Man, I'm here. And I'm blessed to be here, bro. I'm blessed to be here, no doubt.
Hey, man, I just want to tell you, man, right off the top, man, I appreciate you for what you do for hip hop. You know, when we first came on here, you was telling me that you just got off work, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
And people don't understand how hard it is, man, to have to work, family, music, promoting, doing everything all yourself. Is on another level, man. And to be able to transpire, living that whole life and transpiring into music, and for it to come out like that,
yeah,
that's a blessing, man.
It is a blessing, man. And it's all, I give it all to the Most High, man. Word up. I couldn't do it without him, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's word. That's word. Like I can't take all the credit because it's not enough time in the day, bro, to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? For this culture. It's not enough time. It's not enough time in the day. So somebody up there is stepping in, you know what I mean? Like, yo, let me help this brother out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you ever find yourself like you done for the day? You ain't even trying to hear it. And all of a sudden you get this burst of energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you might knock off 2 joints that night.
Yeah. Yep. Honestly, that's how I work, bro. I only work when I'm inspired. If I'm not inspired, I don't force it. I only work off of inspiration, man. You know what I'm saying? And inspired meaning in spirit. it's spiritual for me, man. All of it spiritual. That's why a lot of my songs, a lot of my music has spiritual tones to it. I don't like to beat people over the head with, with religion and all of that kind of stuff. But, I'm a spiritual person. So, what I mean? I let that show forth and whatever I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the religion is universal, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, I when that inspiration hits you, when that spirit hits you, bro, I mean, I remember one time I might have knocked out, man, like three or four features out in one day. You know what I'm saying?
How about that?
Yeah. So it's like, that's how I work. I don't do, if I'm not feeling it, I can't sit down and say, yo, I'm gonna write a rhyme. It has to come to me. I have to feel it. You feel what I'm saying?
Feel it.
Yeah, I gotta feel it. Yeah.
You do gotta feel it.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. Well, man, keep feeling it, man, because everything you're putting out is
I appreciate that, man.
Killing it, man.
That.
Definitely.
I appreciate the fact that you, being, because I'm from New York, but I'm not in New York, right? So to hear somebody from the Mecca appreciate my music, because New York is we hard people to please, especially when it comes to the hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when I hear stuff like that, it hits me a certain way, because I'm like, damn, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If somebody's telling me that, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, my thing is, I don't look at it like, I'm adding to the culture. Yo, honestly, man, I mean, yes, of course I want to add to the culture, but all I'm doing is regurgitating all the things that I learned. You get what I'm saying?
You're giving it back, man. You're giving it back.
I'm giving it back. Everything that I learned when I was 14, 15 years old, you mentioned Duck Down, you know what I'm saying? Woo, Nas, Mobb Deep, all these things, Redman, all these things was, son, let me tell you something. When I first started rhyming, right, I used to walk around with my rhyme book and a dictionary. I used to call it, this is crazy. I used to call the dictionary my Bible, right?
How about that?
And I used to, I wasn't that great in school, but I loved English, because you know why? You would always get new vocabulary words, right? So I would just learn how to use the English lexicon, man, just by, you know what I mean? Just learning different words and knowing how to maneuver them and put them into, into my rhymes and all of that. So I was really into it, really, really into it at a young age, man, where I was just constantly writing. I was studying, like when, the Purple Tape, Illmatic, it was written, you know what I'm saying? Man, Nocturnal, Into the Stage, these things like Doggy Style. I was like sitting and I was studying this. You know what I mean? I was studying it like it was a masterclass. You know what I mean? So what I realized sometimes, a lot of times when I'm doing these projects or I'm doing these verses, I can see the influences. Like, damn, okay. The Roots, big, heavy influence on me. You know what I'm saying? Cool G Rap. Like so many. I feel like I'm just like a melting pot of all these different MCs, man, that I just
but you know absorb. Why that is, though.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But you know why that is, right? Because we come from an era, where everything came out and everybody took chances.
Yeah.
So you had all kinds of different styles. We had love for Snoop Dogg, man. We had love for CNN. We had love for Nas. We had love for Mobb Deep. We had love for Duck Down. You know what I'm saying? We had love for the Far Side.
Right.
It goes on and on. The Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School, so it goes on and on and on and on and on. Yeah. We took all that in. That was music that you were putting in your head.
Right.
You got to think about that, bro. You took all that in. So now when you rhyme, you're like, yeah.
Right.
I'm bringing all this to the table.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, I it's crazy when I hear people speak about me in a way of like, you know, as if I mastered, you know, the art or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. But to me, I'm always learning. I'm always a student. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna forever be a student, man. And that's how I always been. I'm always learning, bro. Always
you know
trying to
what?
get sharper.
And that's what makes you Jamil. That's what makes JAMIL honesty, man. JAMIL honesty. You coming with it. That's what you do. You know, mastering everything. If you want to really talk about it, delivery, wordplay, stamina, the look. You feel me? You got all that wrapped in the bag, man. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. I don't see no other way. It's only gonna get better.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Listen. I talk to a lot of my peers, man. I told you I talk to a lot of my peers. Your name comes up all the time. Boo, JAMIL honesty. I'm like, yo, the only one. There's a lot of people. And it's so funny because Jerry Graham. Shout out to Jerry Graham. That's my man.
Shout out to Jerry Graham. Yeah, shout out to him. He's the one that broke it this whole deal right here.
Yo, but I'm gonna tell you something though. Jerry sends me albums.
Right.
And it's so funny when he sent me the album with you and Sean Lynx. I was already listening to it. I was listening to it on YouTube Music.
That's crazy.
So I told Jerry, I you know, when he sent me that, I texted him and I was like, yo, Jerry, let me ask you a question, man. Is JAMIL Honesty available? And he's like, yeah, he is definitely, man. What's going on? I said, yeah, I want to bring him on a podcast, man. He goes, oh, okay, cool. I said, yeah, I'm already listening to that joint. You know what I mean? Like, been on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's funny how you came up on like you know, connected with that with him by him sending me that, and I was like, oh, you know a direct, because I was gonna ask one of my peers, hey, connect that. You know what I mean? Or I was gonna reach out and connect it. That's no problem. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But you here, we talking, you know what I'm saying? The music is crazy. So we over here celebrating, man. Today's about, you know, JAMIL honesty, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Jerry for representing amazing artists. Jerry represents the most amazing artists that they can be in the underground hip hop, man. I'm telling you.
Yes. That's why I had him come aboard with, you know, with this campaign for for BOLO YEUNG. And I'm gonna have him do a lot more stuff too. We're gonna work together, man. Yeah. So yeah, man. Shout out to him.
Definitely. Shout out to Jerry, man. No doubt, man. So in your music, man, I mean, you bring it back to the essence always. Might it be with DJ Grasshopper or, you know, other DJs, you always incorporate that because that's what you came from. That's what you know. Pay homage to the DJ, right? Homage to the feature, right? Whoever you're working with, that's what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're bringing to the table. So keeping that essence, knowing that you brought it back and you're representing it in the forefront, right? How you feel about that? To you, what that mean? What do you see through your eyes?
You know, again, I feel like I'm not doing anything special in my eyes. I'm only doing what I feel is. Listen, I only make music that I like. It's just that simple. Like I'm only making music that I like. I'm only giving you what I know. That's it. Like I don't. Hip hop is special to me. Music is special to me. I'm a lover of music. Before hip hop, I was already a lover of music. You know, I used to sit in my mother's old room at my grandmother's house. You know, back in the day in Staten Island. She had a bunch of 45s, man. I was just in there like taking that all in. Oh, snap, Stevie Wonder. Oh, you know, Jackson 5 and the Silvers, this and that. I'm like, so I always was a lover of music. That's why it was easy for the production aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just doing. It's just natural. It's like second nature to me, man. This shit
Because
right here.
you studied it for so long that now it is second nature to you.
Yeah, it's a second nature, bro. Like I feel like, you know, I represent the old New York.
I like that.
Yeah, I represent the old New York, man.
I like that,
And that's
man.
and it's nothing. So what I'm saying is, it's nothing new, but it's new to a lot of people that haven't heard it in a long time, and it's refreshing to those that haven't heard it in a long time. But I'm only doing it. What I'm doing is it's nothing. It's nothing special, in terms of something that nobody ever heard before. You know what I mean? It's familiar because I'm giving you what I came up on, but I'm giving it to you in 2022.
You're giving it to us the JAMIL honesty way. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, JAMIL honesty.
Motherfucker,
right.
humble as shit though, man. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, and that's it, man. Like I music has got me through a lot. So I'm not the greatest speaker. I speak through my music. You know, if you follow me on Instagram and all the socials and all that, I don't really do a whole lot of boasting and bragging and jumping on live and all that kind of stuff. You know, I let my music speak for itself.
And that's the way it should be too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people claim that I mean, you're supposed to be like, yeah, I'm the shit or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, let us be the ones to, you know, say that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, that's one thing. That's kind of like making people like not want to work with other people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in the industry. A lot of people don't know, man. There's a lot of money in the industry, and PAWZ ONE brought a lot of good points in the sit down that we had about how labels. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Labels, like, you know, using the artists as puppets. You know, they're already doing damage to us, man. You know what I mean? If we can get together, we can stick together, man. We don't need none of them cats, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's this ego tripping, you know. De La Soul couldn't have said it better, man. Ego tripping, man. They were saying that back in late 80s, early 90s, you know what I'm saying? So and it's still here to the day. And you know, and that's a shame. But that's why I say that people like yourself, a breath of fresh air, you know, the Umbrella, Lord Mob, you know, all those guys like that are doing it, man. To me, you know, it means a lot to me because I feel like at the end of the day, you know, you carry on tradition, as they say, right? You're carrying on tradition, and that's what we're trying to do here. So, you know, it to me, when I hear it, and I told Bang Belushi one day, I was like, yo, when I love music, I don't know if you remember, when you love music, your hairs on your arms stand up.
Yep. Shout out to Bang Belushi. We got to join in the can too.
Oh, that's the dude right there, man. No doubt, man. So, you know, that to me, when I listen to music like that, that's how I feel. If it makes my hair stand up on the arms, that means that's the shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, that's that. Yeah. You don't get a lot. You know, it's funny. You don't get a lot of that these days, man.
Nah, you don't, man. You don't. It's too saturated. It's a lot. It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Black Thought, man. He always said it. You know, he said, man, it's just so much, man. Just like bang, bang, bang in front of you. They don't let you listen to the first one they put out. I was like, I know, man.
Yeah. You know, I struggled with that for some time. You know, I was very stubborn in my thinking. Like, yo, you know, I'm not gonna be like everybody else dropping. Back then they was dropping maybe two joints a year, something like that. And then, you know, it started getting crazy where people were dropping like every quarter, you know what I mean? So I was like, nah, you know, y'all gonna sit, eat this plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna sit, eat this plate. But you know, the time that we in, the era that we in, is so microwavable. Everybody's attention span is like that of an ant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're not consistent, they'll forget about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to weigh it, because it's like you don't want to just be putting out joints just to put them out. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes quantity don't equal quality, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's something to really think about. But to go back to what you were saying about the about like pride and people being, you know what I'm saying, overly prideful and all of that. And it's a thin line, because you have to have a certain level of confidence in this hip hop thing, because it's a blood sport. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come in here, you know what I mean? So I don't hate on cats for saying, yeah, I'm the shit. You know what I mean? That's them. I mean, for just me, how I do things is that I rather let the music speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to call my joint a classic, you know, or you know, I want the streets to proclaim that as a classic. Yeah, I'm gonna think it. You know, why wouldn't you think, you know, the most about your projects or whatever? But, you know, certain things shouldn't be self-proclaimed in my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially music.
Yeah, because it's subjective.
Exactly.
It's subjective. Yeah. So
exactly.
I do this thing called, I was talking to my man Vegas 7 to Ronin. And I was saying I do this thing called shadow boxing, man, where I just, when I'm in a mode of creating, I don't watch other people. You know, I'm not competing against other people. I'm competing against myself. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying I'm not watching everybody else. And I think that's why I might stand out, because I'm not watching what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? You know, I just love the whole thing. You know what I mean? How, you know, the competitive and you know, putting stuff out and looking forward to stuff coming out. You know, it's like, yo, this came out. This is crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like that's what I love. I love that it's like I'm getting a fix. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting a fix, you know? So I'm getting my fix when it comes to underground music. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm honestly, man, this is the best that I've ever seen, like music wise, man. Like from last year to man, it's been beautiful, man. It's been beautiful.
You know what it is, man? I feel like you always get the best music when there's like a Great Depression. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Believe it or not, I feel like we are in a with this whole COVID and just people
we are
right. We're
bad,
in a Great
man.
Depression. Yeah. So it's like people are creating the best music that they can, because why, they have time to, and it's just, you know, that I think that is the muse. You know what I'm saying? With just them being able to channel that energy, you know, of depression or just feeling gloomy and sad into this music. And I think that's why we get in the greatest stuff we have in a long time.
Some hell of a stuff, man. Hell of a stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, I've been leaning a lot towards Detroit, you know what I mean? A lot heavy.
I always leaned on Detroit, bro.
I mean, I've always been there, but like, you know, after like Jay Dilla and Slum Village and Fat Cat and all those guys, you know, now you got like, even though Fat Father been around for a while, but you got Fat Father, you got Bam Belushi.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Aztec, was it Aztec?
Yeah.
The whole Middle Finger group.
Yeah, Substance 810.
Substance 810. Mickey Diamond,
yo, he's
Finale, Elzai. I mean, the list goes on. Black Belt,
man.
You know, I mean,
it's beautiful, man. They representing right now heavy, man. Right now they representing heavy, man.
Detroit is a force to be reckoned with. What the reason why I and also my man journalist 103, he was the dude. He's the MC that came out with Apollo Brown. The first joint that they I think that they dropped was called Gas Mask.
Yeah.
Crazy joint, man. Crazy. But the reason why I really gravitate to Detroit, man, I feel like it reminds me of that, just like that dirty gutter sound that, you know, New York had in the 90s. You know what I mean? But it's just a different twist to it. You know what I mean?
They put that soul into it.
Yeah, they put the soul into it.
Yo, shout out Foul Mouth, man.
Foul Mouth is nasty.
Pat Deegan, man, my brother, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Yo, man, you gotta. I love it, man. I love it. You know what I mean? So when I see that, I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. You know?
Yep. Right.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Yo, talk about how it was to make that album, man, that you did where you had Grasshopper, man, the Rufus Buck project.
Okay, so the Rufus,
Wow.
Honestly, like that, you know, all, you know, when you, as an artist, all your projects and all your songs are all your babies, you know what I'm saying? But that one right there, I'm extremely proud of. One is because it's not about me. You know, that whole project, I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking to my people. You know what I'm saying? When I say my people, I'm talking about, you know, the Black and brown community. You know what I'm saying? And that was created during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about how, you know, people are channeling, you know, their energy, you know, their depression and all of that into the music. And that was one of those things. I was just frustrated with everything that was going on. You know, everybody stuck in the house. You know, with this pandemic, people is dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? There's stories of you know, it could be nature, could not be nature, could be something that was created in a lab to attack the Black, you know, the minorities, the
minimize population.
Yeah, the minimized population. Then on top of that, you got, you know, police brutality, you know, the George Floyd situation and Breonna Taylor. So I was frustrated, man. And that's what that project is speaking to, just being frustrated and speaking to my people like, yo, wake up. Do you understand what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, wake up. So that was what that was about. And it was I call it riot music. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's like
that joint hit home, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's riot music. You know what I mean? Like I was like, yo, I want to create something that I think will be playing in the background. Somebody's, you know, burning down a store, you know, or destroying some shit because they just tired of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to make a backdrop to that, background music for that, and that's what that is. That's the Rufus Buck. Now, to go even deeper than that, so I'm like, all right, so I'm looking for. I knew what kind of sound I wanted, and it's crazy you mentioned Foul Mouth, because Foul Mouth had put out around the time when I was thinking about it, he had put out a beat tape that I was like, yo, that's the sound that I want. And it I think it was like, I can't remember the name of the beat tape.
I know what you're talking about. Pit, the beat tape, gravel pit, sound like that, like a pit.
I don't know if it was gravel pit.
Something pit.
It basically, the concept of it was like civil rights, the civil rights movement, like you know, like the riots and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it had that like Vietnam kind of, you know, dirty, gritty, soulful sound, right? So I was like, yo, that's kind of what I want, you know what I'm saying? So I was going through different producers, you know, and telling them what I wanted. And I ran into my man, Holy Smokes. And he sent me Rebello. And when he sent me Rebello, that was it. I was like, yo, I found it. I found what I
stuck with the narrative too, man.
I stuck with the narrative. So yeah, so then, okay, so that's the sound aspect of it. but what, I guess trying to figure out what I wanted to name it. So I'm online and I'm looking up Black Cowboys and stuff, right? Because I kind of wanted to I don't know, I wanted that to kind of be the face of the project, right? So I look up Rufus Buck, Bass Reeves, Rufus Buck. Then I ran into the Rufus Buck gang.
There were some bad boys, man.
Right. But the thing is that, okay, like any other rebel group or radical group, they're deemed as criminals and renegades.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But when I did some studies on it, I found out that these dudes were like kind of like the Black Panther Party before the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? And not on a, that might be saying a lot, because basically they were just a rebel group and they formed to protect the areas that they lived in Oklahoma. So the Rufus Buck gang was made up of like Blacks and Creek Indians. So they were like Native American and Black. So basically they band together to fight against the oppressor. When then, the government was like, oh, these are criminals, they rape, they rob. I mean, of course they weren't perfect, but the main objective was they got tired. And they were young too, just like the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? And they got tired of being pushed around. They got tired of being oppressed. So when I saw that and I read into that, then I found out that when they were executed, I think it was like in the late 1800s, they were executed around my birthday. My birthday is in July 6th. So that was like, wow, okay.
A lot of people don't know though, that group was very book smart.
Right.
Aside from the only reason why they were violent was because they had to.
Exactly.
The perceptions, man, the perceptions.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what happened with that group.
Exactly. Just like I said, any other, like with the Black Panther Party, I mean, you let the the country, the US tell it, or the government tell it, oh, they were renegades, they were criminals, they were, threats to society, when all they were defenders of the people.
And always remember this too, whenever you stand for something, it's whenever you stand for something and see what happens.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So all you gotta do, just stand for something, you're gonna see what happens. That's just
no doubt. So yeah, that's okay. So when I put those two, yeah, this has to be the name of the project, the Rufus Buck Project, and I have to have their faces on the cover, because that is when that artwork and their story fits with I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Rufus Buck came about. And like I said, that's one of my favorite projects to date.
Hands down, man.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Yep. Shout out to Holy Smokes, man. Immensely talented producer from out of Baltimore, Maryland. You're gonna hear a lot from him, man, because he's fire. He's fire. Yep.
That. Damn. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But you to me, it's like you take your time, you do what you're supposed to do, do your research and make it something to whereas it's not all over the place. We're right here and we building. At the end of the album, you have a relationship with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you touched every aspect of what's going on in their life. You know what I mean? Whether it be livelihood or whether it be just living, maintaining and trying to get by, right?
Right.
Because honestly, that's what we do, man.
Yo, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you, man, who like who really inspires me, like the artists of old, like back in the 70s, man, like for example, like Stevie Wonder, right? This cat, it was like at one, I mean, I wasn't born back then, but it just seemed like he was so unpredictable, right? We didn't know what he was gonna come out with, but we knew it was gonna be dope. But you know, it's like every time he came out with something, it was something different, but yet familiar. But you know what I'm saying? It was just dope, you know what I'm saying? And he was always giving you something, some kind of substance, you know what I'm saying? So like, those are the guys that like really, really inspire me in terms of like just the direction where I want to take music and the different vibes I like to play with, you know, when I'm doing different projects. Like I'm working on another project called The God's Honest Truth with my man Crazy Fingers. And that's talking about, you know, real life shit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, somebody like my age going through depression, breakup, mental health, you know, thoughts of suicide, or prayer, God, all these things, man. So it's like, yo, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of freedom in the arts. You know what I mean?
It actually
A lot
is.
of freedom if you just explore, you can do so many things. And you know, no knock against those that you know stay with the same content, because there's a place for that. I'm just speaking for me. Like I just want to explore with just, you know, and give people different things, because you know we don't do the same things all the time. You know what I mean? We ain't always happy. We ain't always ready to kill somebody. You know what I mean? We ain't always tough. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I wanted to talk about that in this project. So yeah.
You know what? I'm laughing because back to Bang Belushi.
Right.
He said, I want a different fucking sandwich sometimes. I don't want to eat the same sandwich all the time.
Yeah, man. No doubt. No doubt, man. I mean, like I said, it's a place and time and place for everything, man. You know, and those, you know, you got certain artists that's gonna give you the same thing every time, and it's gonna sound the same way. It's gonna sound great for whoever likes that.
Whoever likes it.
Right. But
God bless them guys too, man. You know, God bless them too, man. You know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know,
It's no knock against them. It's just
definitely.
like, yo, we all. It's just honestly, man. It's just about being yourself and not following the crowd. Like,
yes,
I feel like when you don't follow the crowd and you deal with self, that's where you're gonna get the different sound. That's where you're gonna stand out, because you're being yourself. It's only one you. You know what I mean? It's only one you. You can't be. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And you get one life to live to tell it, man. So don't waste it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Keep it real, man. Keep it real.
Yes, sir.
So, yo, I wanted to bring you here, man, to big you up, to, you know, show you love and let you know that we appreciate you in hip hop, man. We love everything you're doing. Keep doing it. Don't change. Keep coming with it. You're doing an amazing job. You know, you got the formula, right? And just continue to do that, man, because, you know, this is just going to be up there, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. And I just want to make a few announcements. One,
Sure.
So the physicals for BOLO YEUNG is actually dropping on May 5th. Copenhagen crates for the vinyl on May 5th. And then Bars Over BS. Shout out to Todd Ferris for the CDs and the cassettes. So you'll be able to cop all three on that date, May 5th. Okay. I want to shout out my man, Coach the God, for curating all of that and, you know, setting up those situations for us to even, you know, have that happen. You know what I mean? So yeah. And May 3rd, we have the Harbor Kids. That's me and my man Squeegee O. We dropping a project, a LP together. So it's me and him. You know, I'm rhyming, he's rhyming over different production. Got Hobgoblin, got some stuff for me. Got some Whiskey Man. My man Dozito, Dozito. I can't think of his the drum. Man, he's gonna kill me for that.
It'd be like that, bro.
But my man Drunk Dozito, man, he got one of the illest joints on there too. It's crazy. Man, Rob De Niro's on there on the production. Hobgoblin, you dig, my man 88 Bless, who's my in-house producer for my label.
Nice.
Black House Records. Yeah. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And many more, bro. Many more. It's a lot of people on that project. Sean Links is on it. Substance is on it. Josiah's on it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of my man Sick in the Head. He's from Staten Island. He's on that joint. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just giving it up. Man. Yeah, we just giving it up.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Keep coming with it, man. The world is yours, brother. You know that, man. Get it, man. Definitely, man.
Yes, sir. And anything you need from me, just let me know. If you need any drops or whatever, I got you.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. You know that, man. We're gonna definitely connect. Definitely gonna connect, brother.
Yeah, bro. Don't let this be the last time, man. I really appreciate it.
Bro. Talk to people. They'll tell you, man. You ask around. They'll let you know, brother. But yo, man, I'm gonna leave it like this, man. Let's chop it up with Zaz, man. And today we had a special guest, man. One of my favorite artists out right now, JAMIL Honesty.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.